What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sergey.
And we are the Tabletop Warlords. And once again, we find ourselves playing a game of Beyond the Gates of Antares. Today, we are going to be revisiting the exact same thing we did in the last episode, in the sense that we will be featuring our Isorian jet bikes once more.
Yes. We've already seen this unit perform in just a regular old battle. Now we're gonna throw them into an objective-based scenario and give them a very different opponent in the form of the Boromites.
Now, to add even more variety, I will be playing as the Isorian this time. I don't want to make Sergey play the same faction and the same army in 2 goes.
And I will be playing a Boromite list that I kind of crafted to be a little bit more effective as a catch-all as opposed to just a brutality army.
The narrative scenario in which we have chosen to test this out is going to be recover at all costs, which is basically the singular drone version of the rogue drones that we play so often. But this time we are not going to have the side suggestion rule of the drone moving around.
Exactly.
In 2-player matches, it basically just decides if someone's going to
Yeah, exactly. If it just moves towards one side, you're like, well, that's brutal.
It always favors me too.
It does. It
always does.
Well, they know you painted them. They're like,
they're coming back to me.
I'm coming home. You've
got Father, am I good enough?
Like metal drone sausages in your pocket. Like
that's what they like to eat.
Yeah.
To re-jog your memory though, the drone is very simple. It's going to sit in the center of the field. Anybody who ends a move touching it gets to claim it.
You don't have to end your move. You just have to touch it.
That's right, yeah, you just have to touch it. So you just have to get within distance of it. Yeah. And then it's basically treated as a buddy drone for that unit and isn't passed unless you get close to one of your own units or you're an enemy unit that can carry it and destroys them in close combat.
Exactly. Now, it should be noted, and it actually very much will come into play in this scenario, that only infantry units and infantry equivalent command units can pick up the drone. So my lava mites absolutely cannot pick it up, but Kevin's bikes will be able to because they can dismount their bikes. He actually has a upgrade that I didn't have last time. Yeah, they're called a compactor drone that allows him to compact his bikes and dismount at the end of an activation, so he can very fluidly switch between being an infantry unit and being a mounted unit.
Those of you who play RPGs on a regular basis will understand this as the equivalent of having a horse pocket. So I can make the jet
horse pocket.
Yeah, where you keep your horse. You know, it's like, I need my horse.
Oh yeah, like if you're talking about like an RPG where you have like a mount in your backpack.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But before we get out the armies and show you the table that we built for you today, make sure to like the video so that we can battle the algorithm as we always do. Leave a comment below if you have any questions to ask, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We would love to have you.
If you want to support the channel even further, we do have an affiliate link right beneath this video. It'll bring you to the Warlord store, and anything you purchase there will give me and Kevin a small commission.
But if you want to support the channel in the best way pan-humanly possible, you should absolutely join our Patreon campaign, where currently any amount of pledge will get you access to our new video development vlogs that we're producing that show you what we're working on in the background.
Behind the scenes.
And here we have my Isorian 500-point force. It is almost the same as the last Isorian force, but I'm going to go through it either way. Like in all Isorian scouting forces, you have to have 3 tactical choices, but you can have up to 4. You can have up to a single support choice, no strategic, and up to a single auxiliary choice. For the first tactical choice, there will be a San Phase Squad. It's 93 points base with an extra San Phase Trooper at 27 points, meaning it's 120 points total. The next tactical choice is going to be a regular phase squad at 112 points base. They have been upgraded to have a lance for 3 points and an extra phase trooper as well for 20 points, meaning they're 135 total. The last tactical choice is going to be the centerpiece of the army, the phase bikes, 133 points base, this time upgraded with a compactor drone for 5 points, and none of them are going to be armed with plasma lances. They all have the dual plasma carbines. The only support choice I will be including is the phase sniper once again. They are 56 points base with a camo drone for 10 points, meaning 66 points total. The last unit I have is a auxiliary choice, the Mediprobe Shard at 40 points base. No upgrades for that one. This entire scouting force is 499 points total, represented by 5 order dice.
This is my 500-point Boromite scouting force. In any Boromite scouting force, you must have 3 tactical choices. You may have up to 5. You may have up to 2 support choices, 0 strategic choices, and up to 1 auxiliary choice. Leading the charge, I have a Boromite Overseer squad. They are 105 points base, but I've spent 21 points each to give them 2 extra models and 5 points to give the leader a tractor maul. Following them up, I have a Boromite Gang Fighter squad. They are 115 points base, but I've spent 15 points to give each one of them a fractal grenade at 3 points per model. My final tactical choice is my favorite in the Boromite army. It's a Lavamite squad, 82 points base, but I spent 5 points to give it a Suspenser platform for 87 points total. Filling in both of my support slots, I have 2 identical support teams. Each one is 36 points base, but I spent 10 points to give them a spotter drone and 5 points to give them each net ammo. Finishing off my army, I have a Scout Probe Shard at 40 points. I had a few points left over, so I gave myself the army option block, and this entire force is represented by 498 points and 6 order dice.
And here we have our battlefield for today. It is kind of like an abandoned listening post on some outward frontier planet, perhaps. I don't know. But okay, the star of the show is our mission objective in the center. It is our brand new miniature we're using for this, basically like a survey drone. So I don't know, there's something inside this drone's brain that we desperately want. Those of you who are interested, it is a Reaper miniature. I believe they're called Death Marbles. They always make me think of Darth Maul's probe drones. But yeah, the battlefield's pretty simple. We have, going back to the center, a light building. The light building is exactly like a normal building, except it only provides +1 res rather than the +3. We have a normal building in the back, which will count as a normal building. We have like small instances of high ground anywhere where you can see that there is more than one level of the kind of plateaus. That's going to be what counts as high ground. So it might block a little bit of line of sight. We'll see. And then other than that, Sergey definitely opted to have some dense terrain. So we have a few instances of dense forest. It's going to be -1 to your agility when you're moving through it, provide +2 res when you're within it, and block line of sight completely because it's dense. We also have a few instances of scrubland, which is just +1 to your res. It is difficult to get through, and it'll be a -2 to shoot through it. And we also have rocky ground, which is basically the same thing, but res 2, and a little bit of broken ground as well, which will not count for anything except for difficult terrain, in which case you'll just have to do an agility test. But everything else is just there to make the table look better and doesn't count for anything. This is gonna be fun. The Isorian sniper is the only thing that's going to be able to be on the field at the beginning, and I've chosen to put her in a back rocky field for the res and so that she's out of the way. It's not going to matter a huge deal, but she has a great view to where the drone currently resides. There is no deployment phase because our armies move on to the field, and only half of our force gets to be on the first turn. So there's going to be 3 for both the Boromite and the Isorian going into turn 1.
Turn 1, die 1. Isorian.
Use your block, you moron.
I won't do it. You can't make me.
But my first turn is not going to be that exciting. I'm just putting the sniper on ambush for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Boromite.
For my first order, I will be placing some Boromite gangers on the field. They are going to sprint on and get behind this terrain so Kevin doesn't have a perfect shot at me. Yeah. I do have to take a sprint check, and we all know that I've got pretty hunky chunky thighs. So yeah, I fail and take 1 single pin.
That's not too.
Now, are you springing your ambush on me?
My snipers no, I'm not gonna waste my ambush. I want to kill your guys, but your Lavamites are way scarier. Isorian again. My first unit to run onto the field is going to be my normal 6-man phase squad. I am going to do a sprint as well. It's going to get me around the terrain a bit. Let's go.
Struggled with that line.
You know, okay, a real chipper. Okay, obviously I'm going to have to do a sprint check as well. 4, so I'm good actually. And I'll put the last 3 miniatures down. I can't speak. Boromite.
My Overseer squad is sprinting onto the field, and hey, they passed their agility test. That's so cool. They never do that. And they'll be getting just to this point so they can support that other squad that does unfortunately have a pin with their massive command. Boromite. I will be moving onto the field with my weapons team, and their spotter is going to nose into this terrain, so I have line of sight all the way to Kevin's sniper here. I'm assuming you're going down?
Yeah, obviously. Totally worth it on Sergey's. I mean, there's a 20% chance I won't get up, and I should have definitely shot, but that's why you don't bring the lava mites on. I have the last order dice in the bag, so I'm going to have my San, which are a little bit slower than everything else, basically just run onto the field, occupying a very central location, which puts them in the open, but they're here to be a firing line. I unfortunately have a down order with the sniper, and I'm good, oh God, with an 8.
Close. Not much has happened on turn 1. Both sides are threatening the center objective. Who will win the day?
Going into turn 2, everybody has all their dice now, so it's 5 on the Isorian and 6 on the Boromite. Goes to the Isorian, you gonna block it?
No, I don't think I have to.
Initiative goes to me. The sniper will be the first thing I use because I feel like she's gonna get shot at, so I'm gonna do a fire order against his gang fighter unit, which has already got a pin. I'm at long range, my accuracy is 8, so it's gonna be up to 9s, -3s, down to 6s. First I'm gonna see my variable shots, so I get 4. It's pretty good, not bad at all. So, oh my, everything hit except for this 9. I do have a spotter, so I get 1 reroll. And everything hits.
Ooh.
So, Sergey, your res is now down to 5s because you were at 7s.
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm
wow,
good for
everything's
everything
fine
except for my leader. Come on, come on, come on. Yes!
No, you
Oh,
did.
that was
Wow.
very
So
lucky.
you get a second pin and that's it. Wow. Ooh, Isorian again.
I want to block it so bad, but I'm not gonna.
My next order dice I will use to have my phase troop advance along this ridge. And they're actually going to open up onto his unit of gang fighters that have 2 pins.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Are you gonna use your lance?
No. I'm a long range, so it's 4s to hit. Ooh, that was terrible. That wasn't actually bad. 2. I'm totally fine with 2. So lucky doesn't matter. You're at 5s again. This time someone dies. Calamity.
You've killed Morton. He just graduated Rocktology school.
No.
It's Isorian again.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to kind of give myself some blanket coverage with the medi probes. One of them is going to actually cover the sniper over here.
Yeah, that's
And then
really good.
3 of them, I'm gonna make sure they're without an inch so they don't count as like 1 unit, but I'm gonna make them so they're 5 inches from both these squads. So they have 3 rerolls, in addition to their leader reroll.
That's a tough chunk of dudes.
Boromite!
I will be performing a firing order with my support team into Kevin Sanra. I will be placing the pineapple right here and rolling scatter. That'll be 2 inches
back.
which should still hit. I'm good, just barely, but I'm good. And I got just 2 pins. 2 pins is good.
Hey,
I'll take
that's
2
not bad
pins.
at all.
Yeah.
Boromite.
That Sanra squad is still a little bit too scary for me. So
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to come onto the, well, not attempt, but I'm going to come onto the field with this support team and try to just put 1 more pin on him. Once again, placing the pineapple right here, but I am scattering a D10 this time. Oh, actually, I need to roll to hit. And I think I missed.
Yes,
yeah,
you
I'm
missed.
certain I missed. And then scattering. That
miss.
is probably gonna miss.
Yeah,
That's
3 inches.
absolutely missing. Yeah.
Close.
Isorian.
These Sanra are a little popular for my taste, so I'm going to use them now to try to get some pins off. So I'm going to try to do a fire order with them into his overseer unit, because most to most, he is not behind terrain. First, I must perform an order test.
Nope.
And I got a 7,
Went the wrong
so
way.
I'm totally fine. No, I'm not. Leadership 8. Nope, I failed. So leadership 8 down to, that would have been, yeah,
I
leadership
was like all
6.
excited. I was like shaking my head violently off camera.
So they are down. Boromite.
The overseers are going for the objective. They're
Ooh.
sprinting all the way over here. They've been lucky so far. Oh, and they get a 1. These Boromites, like, they do the workout machine that's just like them shaking in the thing.
With the roll of a 1, Sergey, you can opt to take a pin and move 4 extra inches.
I can do that. My agility is only 4, and I just don't think it's worth it because he's gonna put a pin on me with his bikes probably, and it's too risky.
Makes sense.
This is my final daisy chain-esque position.
Yes.
Boromite. I'm going to move onto the field with my scout probe. I'm gonna have actually 2 of them move towards
You son of a
Kevin's
dude.
sniper because
in case.
little known fact, scout probes actually remove her camo, which is very useful. And then the rest of them, I'm gonna have 1 start flying over to here.
So you can draw
will
line of
hopefully
sight,
be going beyond that point. And the other one is just going to be an extra spotter getting through this piece of terrain in case something weird happens.
Cool.
It's
Bikes. For my last order dice in the bag, I'm going to use my jet bikes. I can't charge in the first turn, unfortunately. So I'm just going to hop and advance into this scrubland, which will require a roll. I got a 4, so I'm fine.
Pass.
And so I just hop right up to here. And I'm going to
No, you have to move half through there.
Oh, sorry. So I will get to just like inside of it. Now that I am in my final position, I am at effective range to his unit, and so I'm going to have 6 shots hitting on 5s. 5s. Ooh, I did well.
Oh boy. 5s?
Yes.
Oh, so
You
you
die.
1, 2.
But you get a reroll.
Jeez. And I'm
He's
good. Damn, you killed 2 dudes though.
Gave you a pin.
But only 1 pin. That's what matters. I have 2 dice remaining in the bag, and one of them's going to be easy. I'm just going to do a recovery order here.
Makes sense.
Boop. Oh,
well,
hey.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, so I can't.
Possibly.
No, if I roll 1, then I have 1 pin still. But I didn't, so we're good. I am going to be sprinting on with my lava mites. I mean, that's all they do all the time. And it gets me all the way to right over here. Technically, that's a little bit further, but my base is so huge, it's gonna be hard to balance otherwise.
You got my test, right?
And I have to do a sprint check, which I'm notoriously bad at.
Oh,
come on!
2 pins. The only one down this round is the San phase, and they get back up with a 6.
The cauldron of this battle is boiling over with action as the Boromites pick up the center drone, but they are threatened from literally all sides by the Isorians. This could go very poorly for these 3 fellows.
Go to turn 3, no one's been eliminated, so it's still 6 with the Boromite, 5 with the Isorian. Boromite's gonna go first.
Of course, I'm doing a run order with the commanders holding the drone. I only fail this order on a 10.
You got a 3.
I
You're
got
good.
a 3, thanks.
So you lose the pin, and you
Goodness.
gotta move 10 inches, because
Yep.
you can't sprint with the objective, obviously.
Nope. Let me get all the way over here.
Okay.
And of course, I will be passing the drone, the death marble, over to my ganger squad. Boromite.
Woof.
Okay, so this really puts the Boromites in a good position here. I'm going to just, newsflash, run 10 inches away
No.
from Kevin and get as far away from him as humanly possible with my precious death marble. All right, this is a digi-destined for my victory. We'll see. I must perform a firing order to prevent Kevin from catching up to me because he still has quite a lot of reach.
Roll
with
a
these bikes.
10.
3, and then
Dang
it
it.
scatters 2 inches this way, and we've already proven that 2 inches hits a large base.
So D3 plus 1 pins. 2. So I
so
get
that's
3
3
total
pins.
pins. Rough. Isorian. Before Sergey is able to put a net on the sniper, I will try to use them to shoot the objective carriers. I am going to have accuracy 8, and it's going to turn into... I don't know what their extreme range is. I gotta check. I'm at extreme range. It's 30, so I'm going to be at 4s to hit. First, I figure out how many shots I have. 5. Okay, that's not bad.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wiggity wow. What?
Fire! Okay, well, 4 shots for your 4 guys.
Yeah.
Failing all of them.
Oh, man. Okay,
Yeah, 2 of
one's
them.
dead. And
Whoa.
2 are dead. You killed
The
2
leader
of them.
died.
Whoa. And I lose 2 dudes. And the scary thing is that I'm at half casualties, so I need to pass a test here.
You did.
Whew, I do, okay. But I'm at 1 pin, 2 guys. Oh, geez. Boromite. I'll be, of course, performing a firing order with my second X launcher, this time into his second most dangerous unit, the San Ra, hitting on... Oh,
Yeah, direct hit.
that very easily hits. And it's cocked, but it's pretty much a 1.
So another 2 pins. Isorian. There's no guarantee, but I'm going to attempt to do a fire order with my San Ra. I got a 5, so thank the Lord I do. But that means I have 4 shots. I'm obviously shooting over the overseer to the guys carrying the objective.
Yeah, makes sense.
I can only hit them on 3s, however. Yes, 1.
Oh jeez.
I
don't have a leader. I'm fine, but
Did you get a pin?
I'm good.
You're still good.
Thank
You still have 2 pins. Isorian again. I really don't have that many options left. I'm gonna do a fire order with this space squad, even though these 3 individuals are the only ones that draw line of sight to the objective carriers, thanks to his overseer squad.
Yes, this is an intervening piece of terrain that's causing issues right now.
But I will be at 4s to hit this time around with strike value 2, so not terrible. Oh! I got a hit.
Oh, that's exactly what I
And
don't
I want it
want.
to be on the non-leader.
They're both non-leaders. I'm fine, but...
Take a 3rd pin, and you're still fine.
Am I?
Yep, because it's a 10, or yeah, your leadership 10 down to 7.
No, yeah, because of my overseer. Okay, we're good.
Isorian again. Well, I'm really at a bad spot right here. I got a 50-50 chance to recover from these 3 pins, and it's really the only way for me to catch up with his objective carrier. Nope.
Oof.
So they go down, and I'm pretty sure I lose, but we're gonna keep playing.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Boromite.
I will attempt to make this unit useful and charge, but I'm at 9s down to A. All right.
You're good.
I lose a pin and I charge directly.
Are you doing a sprint or just a regular run?
You know what? I'm gonna do a regular run this time around.
Can you reach them with a regular run, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. I was just wrapping around here. Technically, he'd be here, but it's not going to be possible to place that on that, and I don't want to break this model. So, in point blank shooting, I have a lava spit, which is hitting on 7s down to 6s, and a pistol, which is hitting on 5s down to 4s. It's strike value 2 across the board.
My accuracy is 5, and so I'm going to have 6 shots with plasma rifles.
Lava mites.
Oh
Wow.
Wow!
That
Only 2 hits.
was not great. Do you have anything special?
I have a lance. So
Leader dead.
both of them are dead unless I.
Oh yeah, because you're
reroll.
at 6s right now.
Yeah,
down
so
to
I'm at 7s.
4s.
So I'm good.
Wow, you suck.
So I do get a pin from the shooting, though, correct? My rebuttal. Oh hex yes, Sergey! I only missed once. Eat it.
Ooh. So it's gonna look like this. My leader is dead, but fine. And then lava mites, they're all at 8s down to 6s. And one is
died.
dead. So that was actually pretty good for you. And we both get a pin.
Now in close combat, I am unfortunately at only strength 5, but my leader has an X-Sling, so he'll hit on 6s, but at everybody's strike value 0 across the board.
I, on the other hand, am at strength 8 across the board, and I will be at strike value 2, 3 attacks with the lava mites, and I'll be at strike value 1, 3 attacks with the Boromites.
Okay, well, I of course missed with the leader's X-Sling, and only successfully strike you 3 times for 3 strike value 0 hits.
Okay, I'll take 1 on my leader, and I'm good all the way. Well, actually, no, the leader fails because he's only armor 7. Oh, you killed my leader.
Son, or not son, but
Say,
phase kung fu.
All right, but I still get a rebuttal. I missed just once, so deal with that.
What is the strike value of all these attacks again? You said 1 on the blues?
1.
Okay. Okay, so my leader's taking the 2 strike value 2s. He is dead twice. The next normal trooper is taking a strike value 2, which he loses mine to the strike. I'm sorry, that's 2. This is strike value 1. And he still dies, so that's 2 dead. 3. Nah, okay, that guy's fine. And then all these guys are the back one. So that one is not fine.
The 5 is in the 5 as well.
Okay, so only 2 survive in the unit, meaning I just gained 4 total pins, which means I have 5 pins to Sergey's 3 pins. And I failed. So he has won this close combat.
My leader is dead, which means my lava mites are pretty much useless at this point. But all of Kevin's units are dead as well.
Sorry, phase troopers.
Yep. And I now get a consolidation move. I'm gonna just consolidate backwards.
Just 5 inches, right?
Yeah, just 5 inches. They're not going to be able to go. They have, actually it should be 4 pins now, and their leadership is 5, so.
Yeah. The only dice that remain in the bag are for the probes, and all 3 of these med probes are just going to move so that they are covering the only units I have left.
Yep, and I will move mine so that they are eliminating Kevin's camo.
Yep. I only have 1 down order. It is the bikes. They are at leadership 6, and I
They do get up.
Thank the Lord.
The Boromites have very nearly absconded with this valuable drone, but the Isorian sniper has a bead on them, and so do the rest of the Isorians, their guns bearing down on the objective carrier.
One Isorian unit is now out of the game, so that means there's only 4 for them and 6 for the Boromite. Oh, Boromite, can you pull it off?
I have 70% chance. Let's find out. I will, of course, be doing a fateful run order. Can we win? Oh,
and a 1.
We really can. All right.
Okay.
Whoop.
And
Boromites.
the game. That was a quick one.
Yeah. Well,
it's always
this
quick.
scenario is always quick, but I actually had a lot of fun.
It was really
playing
fun.
This scenario.
I was kind of stupid. I made a lot of mistakes.
You made some. You know, these
First
things
mistake.
happen.
I was holding off on the shooting of the sniper too much. I should have fired at your
that's
units
true.
as they approached. I was holding off.
You're
from
waiting
Boromites,
for that perfect strike.
but it was just a folly because like I could have just waited another turn because the sniper's fantastic though.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's a mistake like in any strategy game.
Yeah, I
That's
just held off a
easiest
shot.
mistake to make is like tunnel vision on a unit.
But also, I should have played the jet bikes differently. I talked about how the jet bike should be played many different times off camera and then just didn't even follow my own advice.
Yeah.
I tried to fly them straight down the middle, which is don't do that. They're not strong enough to withstand it. I also parked them in terrain, which means that they could only move half even if they were success, unless I roll a 1 probably, right? Maybe.
I don't
find a way
I
you
don't
might be
even
able to.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, I put them right in front of your X launcher, let you drop around a net on it, and even though I was getting up, it didn't matter because I still slowed myself down so much. So when you're playing with the jet bike, you want to make sure their final positions are places that can be blocking, like the buildings, the dense forest, something like that.
Jet bikes are allergic to area terrain. Like, stay out.
Well, and you don't do in advance. Like, it's just, you don't want to slow your jet bikes down. The moment you slow down is because
you're playing Gaslands when you have jet bikes on the field.
Because if I would have showed up with a run and not tried to go for the blood when I shouldn't have, I went for the blood when I shouldn't have, didn't go for it when I should have. But you want to keep moving. That's the reason why jet bikes, like, the best thing they can do is run. Because the other thing is if I would have just run to the flank
and then
really far out and then retain the order, you would have done half as many pins because of the successful hit. And before you even pulled a dice, no block can stop you. I would have then been able to retain the run because you don't have to.
That's actually a valid point.
I was just really stupid.
I wouldn't have been able to block you had you retained the run.
So not a great example of what you should do, but
I will say this scenario was, as your opponent, the scenario was more fun and less because sometimes it's like very obvious who wins really quickly in the scenario, and it kind of happened this way, but the bikes and the sniper made it a little bit less so. Like, even when I was like right on the edge, I was like, yeah, Kevin could tie if he just kills me and then charges me with
honestly bikes. In retrospect, going back, if we were to do this fight again, I would have literally just held my cards a little bit more and shot you when you went for it. Because you only having 2 units and a unit of lava mites, if I would have just played a little bit more reserved and just fired at you as much as I could when I could and done ambush orders, all that good stuff, it would have been a little better. So I don't know, but
either way,
you live and you learn.
Super fun game.
It is what it is. But we hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. If you did, make sure to like the video and leave a comment below if you have any questions. We'd love to answer our fans' comments. And if you've not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. We would love to have you.
If you want to support the channel even further, we do have an affiliate link right beneath this video. It'll take you to the Warlord store, and anything you purchase there will give me and Kevin a small commission.
But remember, if you want to support our channel in the best way humanly possible and get us closer to the dream of doing our channel full time, you should absolutely consider joining our Patreon campaign. It's really the lifeblood of the studio, and the reason why we have so much cool equipment and cool models to show you guys.
And on that note, we have 2 brand new patrons, the first of which is Luis Fernandez, who has taken up a wooden practice sword as our tabletop squire.
And our brand new tabletop man-at-arm, Marco Zimmerman, who has now received their standard issue shield and razor-sharp halberd to defend the borders of our channel.
Yes.
We're rubbing up against other YouTube channels and they need to know what's up.
Exactly. Exactly. We go to like a creators convention and like he's just there with a
Every
halberd.
other channel's like, what is this?
There's
What is this?
there's like booths around us and we're just like beating them with halberds.
Oh my god.
And we have to thank our former tabletop man-at-arms, Yari Takanen, who has now become a knight. He's been fitted for his dragon scale plate mail, which I guess is standard issue to tabletop knights. Our overhead is out of this world. We can't sustain it.
We can't thank each and every one of you enough for deciding to support our channel. It really, really means the world to us.
And as always, we have to thank our tabletop lords and ladies,
Nick Hobbs.
Oh.
You said that in unison.
Okay.
Elizabeth Allen.
And Will Connell.
And our tabletop warlords, Michael Crow.
And Knight Silva.
And from the bottom of our hearts, we will eternally raise our mugs to the honor of the one, the only, our tabletop emperor himself,
John Roberts.
Long may he reign.